You can learn a lot from a name.
Kelly Allen.
You can learn about inspiration,
Harvey Boston.
devotion,
Glenn E. Halstead.
about yourself,
Wallace O. Kinder.
and you can learn about life.
Claude S. Creed.
Put a face with a name and you have a story that needs to be told. About a husband,
I never would have thought that he wouldn't come back.
a brother,
That was a hero. He was my hero.
Elmer R. Mosier.
through the eyes of a younger sister.
I was 14 when he left. Well, he was just almost like a second father to me.
About a father,
I really questioned, I guess. The question was my dad ever real? Or was he just buried in some grave someplace?
in a flash, it's all black and white and etched in stone.
A knock came to the door, and the telegraph person delivered the telegram. We really never knew what happened. You know, he still declared missing in action.
Which all these years after World War II really means missing in death. And for loved ones back here at home, even some 60 years later,
They were all so young.
it's still hard to live with.
The suspense of having somebody declared missing in action is hard to fathom. Nobody can understand it.
So what if the soldier you spent a lifetime trying to find, husband, father, or brother, wasn't here? In fact, literally, they're nowhere to be found. And just when you were on the verge of giving up, surprisingly, you find you're not the only one still searching.
I lifted my camera, I looked at the graves. I just had a thought. I wonder if I could find any from Indiana.
Halfway around the world, an Indiana native was focusing on Hoosiers at the Manila American Cemetery in the Philippines.
And I went home and I thought, well, just maybe I can find a family. Maybe I can find a family and send them a picture of a grave we've never seen before.
Paul M. Nading. Hadn't seen his name on a cross for a long, long time. That was special, very special.
Charles Landon Maggart. We just thought, well, we don't know where he's memorialized. Until we got this note from Dwiggins, and that was quite a surprise.
And when you walk in and you look at the place, it rips your heart out.
Dave Dwiggins moved to the Philippines to marry, but recently returned for a brief visit to his hometown of Orestes to share distant memories.
And they died on foreign soil. They never were brought home.
If one picture is worth 1,000 words, then what is this one worth? Or this one?
This is a picture of his monument.
17,000 GIs are buried there in the largest American cemetery on foreign soil. 294 of them are from Indiana, and nearly 700 more Hoosiers' names grace the wall of the missing.
I thought, I'll take a handful of pictures, maybe I can find one family. And then they were so grateful, I thought I'll do it again. And I did it again, and finally after I got those done, it was time to talk about doing the whole state.
Behind every stone, there is a story, and behind every name, there's a picture. On his website, Dwiggins is busy compiling both, piecing together the past.
You look at pictures of them and they're just kids. They were just kids.
Carlene Abrams took it the extra mile, actually traveling to the Philippines to meet the father she never knew. Dave was there to help.
I went around and I touched all the other crosses around them. And I kept getting my circle bigger and bigger, and I wanted to say something to everyone there and to touch their cross, because nobody had ever visited them before, I'm sure.
You know, you never forget them. Never forget them.
It's still hard for Philip Maggart He's worked for 50 years trying to bring his brother home to reunite his own family. Little did he know, another Hoosier would be working just as hard half a world away to put a face with hundreds of Hoosier names. Because each and every one of them truly does have a story to tell, for at least as long as there is someone to listen. And only
It's meaningful.
if there's still someone willing to tell it.
I'm just happy to be a small part, that's all.
Kevin Rader, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.